Hello, my Mahjong friends. Welcome this evening. So glad you're here. We will be chatting about the ability to play a good defense in your Mahjong game. So join us. You can contact me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. We've been tracking our Mahjong friends each week. We're getting a few, but some are repeats, so I don't list them every week. Like our common ones are Florida and New Jersey, of course, and New York and California. But I did get one that's quite interesting. We have someone who's in Ecuador. I did reach out to her and see what type of Mahjong she plays. She might be from the United States and just happens to live in Ecuador. So how interesting. So we are so excited to have South America with us. Hi, Debbie from Nebraska, and Sandra from South Carolina, and Sherry, hi, from Kansas. So we're going to continue with our program this evening, and we're going to talk about our clinic about defensive play. Many people, especially beginners, are always saying, how can I play defense when I'm just still trying to figure out my hand? So it is a great part of the game. It's just as important as protecting your hand, which, by the way, we'll talk about next week. So this is kind of like a two-part series. This week we're talking about defense against your opponent, and next week we're going to talk about protecting your hand from your opponent. So we try to prevent others from developing their hand to a winning hand by playing defense. Someone who's been playing for years doesn't necessarily reflect their level of defensive play or their skill. Because some people just kind of stay at a stagnant spot and don't try to develop anymore, or they just aren't capable of doing that. It's just not in their skill set. You need to pay close attention to not letting someone else win. My saying is, if you can't win, then you let no one else win, and that's a win for you. Because no one can win second. So if you're like, oh, I think she needs this tile, but I'm going to throw it, she wins and the game's over, so you can't win. For me, it doesn't always come down, so people talk about strategy by wall. Yes, that does have a huge play in it, but it doesn't come down for that for me. There's some other things you can do to be a good defensive player. You have to watch what's going on at the table. Because you could do strategy by wall and the game's over by wall one, it's not going to work strategy by wall. It's about being in control and understanding the information available to you. So let's get right to it. I have 12 ways to play defense. And we'll start from the very beginning. As you always hear me say, it's so important to be able to read the hands, which means you have to learn the card. I'm not asking you to memorize it. You just have to be very familiar with all the 10 categories and what tiles go into those categories. You can make a good judgment call with exposures of your opponents, and that's typically with 2 exposures. Usually with 1, it's not so easy. If you can anticipate what tiles they're holding and what tiles they need, you can figure out their hand. Don't discard any tiles to them, or should I say, there's a timing, right? It doesn't have to be you have to hold this tile the whole game. If you have a tile you know your opponent needs right off the bat, you probably want to discard it right away. So it's about the timing of the table. I suggest you go on to ilovemahj and play there to learn the categories and the hands and how they're made in their exercise room. And then you can also go on to my videos and learn the card. So the number 1 step is to learn the card so that you'll be able to read hands. So if somebody has 2 exposures up, you should say, okay, they have 6s and 9s. Where category is that? I mean, that's easy. That's 3, 6, 9. But some people, if they have 5 and 3, well, that doesn't mean it has to be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It could be consecutive run. So you have to make sure that you understand the different hands that it can be. So again, when you're discarding to 2 exposures, you should be able to hone in on one or two hands they are being played. Try discarding what the previous player discarded or another saved tile, which means maybe you can account for 3 of them or one that has already been discarded. Now this year on the card, there is no safe tile to discard because there are some single tiles that people could call for, and there's also the possibility they have jokers, so it's still at a risk. It is unsafe to discard a tile that hasn't already been previously discarded. If you know the hand your opponent is playing, discard the tiles they might need early in the game, so it's unlikely they'll be able to call for them for their grouping. Early discard tiles, again, if you know they need a pair or a single, in hopes they aren't ready for Mahjong. So you're kind of messing up their hand. Number 2, to play defense during the Charleston. During the Charleston, the purpose of the Charleston is obviously to strengthen your hand, but you can also use it to try to identify what your opponent is playing. Try to watch what your opponents are passing. The person on your right will give you 2 lefts. So that'll give you pretty clear information on what they're not playing, to be able to decipher what they are playing. Watch your passes. Take note at which tiles they keep and which tiles that they pass. Try to remember the tiles that didn't come back to you after you passed them. Take notes, and not physical notes, this is mental notes. Take notes of the types of tiles that you don't receive. So the easiest one, of course, if you don't get any wins, you know somebody's playing wins. If you don't get any dragons, you know somebody's playing a dragon's hand. Note of those that you don't receive. And someone's likely collecting them, as I mentioned. Number 3, discard desires tiles early, which I already mentioned. Pick a new tile from the wall, use that as a discard. Those in the Charleston that you receive, nobody wants them, so save them later for your discards and they'll be safer. Most wanted tiles obviously are flowers, dragons, and winds. So if you're 100% sure you don't need them, you're going to discard them early. Although I always find when you discard a flower, 10 minutes later, you're like, oh, I want to switch to that flower hand. I just gave up my flowers. So be careful when you're discarding them, but that is a good choice to play defensively, is to get them gone early, because most likely somebody's not going to call for them. If you discard them late in the game, they might be one of the winning tiles that people are looking for. There are 31 hands that require either a pair or a Kong of flowers, and a player may be waiting for one towards the end of the game. Even though this is general practice, you need to consider what's going on at the table and what's happening. Every game is so unique, and that's why I love Mahjong. Careful, again, at the end of the game, and try discarding those middle numbers 4, 5, 6 early on, because those are what people are looking for. Those are the common tiles everybody wants. Number 4, making an exposure with jokers. This is so important. Don't make exposures with jokers early on if the tile hasn't previously been discarded, because it gives an opportunity for your opponents to do a joker exchange, and now it becomes a joker for them to help them win their game. Number 5, racking. Every time you pick a tile from the wall, you should be putting it in your rack to stop the play of the previous discard. For this enables no one to be able to call for the previous discard when you rack your tile. So it's a good defensive move. Number 6, their rack. Placement of tiles on their rack, you should be watching. There could be spacing, where they're putting their tiles. When they pick up a tile, where do they put it? Are they discarding? How many tiles are they away from Mahjong? We all know some people put spaces between their groupings, so it gives very much insight into their hand. You also should be looking where they're pulling their tiles from for discards in order to see how many tiles they're away from Mahjong. And also, when they call for a tile, look where they pull their exposure out from, because typically they're in order. And so you should be looking to see where that grouping falls in the sequence. Moving on to number 7 is discards. When you discard, you should be randomly discarding your tiles. However, some people take all their discards and line them up in front of them. This is a great way to get insight on how to play against your opponents. If you can see all their discards, you're knowing what tiles they don't want, so you can cross out probably a few of the categories, and then you can figure out their hand. Number 8, break up your own hand. Now, this is probably like a cringe for everyone, but if you're 3 tiles away from Mahjong and you're at the end of the game and you're not going to get those 3 tiles, you're going to break up your own hand and you're going to start discarding safer tiles. What they call that, I should give you the terminology that Mahjong has used over the years. It's called is dogging a hand, and that means giving up on your own hand, allowing no one to win, and it's a wall game. So that's what you're hopeful for, that when you're breaking up your hand, no one's going to win, and it's a wall game. Number 9, jokers. Jokers are the safest tile to discard. No one can pick them up for an exposure, for Mahjong, for anything. So at the end of the game, if it's you pick up a tile and you're like, well, I don't need this, don't haphazardly toss it on the table, because it can be a winning tile for someone else. Put it in your rack, and if you have jokers, discard them. Number 10, this is a huge thing. I've won games off of this or have gotten to a wall game because of this. Listen to the table talk, the body language, and card reading, which means practice active listening to gain valuable information on table talk, whether they say, my hand is dead, or someone has all the jokers. So usually it helps you to say, well, they're not going to win Mahjong. Now, on the reverse of that, they can be saying that themselves out loud to throw people off. There are people who do that, but you usually know who they are because they do it all the time. Number 11, eye for an error. So if you know the card and somebody puts up an exposure or 2 exposures and you can figure out their hand, be aware sometimes your opponents make errors and you can capitalize on it by calling their hand dead. So that's a great defensive move because now you get more picks. And number 12, walls. As the number of tiles in the walls decrease, getting lower, be careful what you discard. If you don't see the tile there out, do not discard it and choose a different one. So what I usually do when people throw tiles, and if I have them, I prioritize my discards into ones that I know are safe and then whittle them down to the ones that I'm being protective of because I know maybe somebody might need it. So just keep track of your discards. So these are 12 ways to play defensively. I hope some of them, or at least 1 or 2, you might try in your next Mahjong game. Hi Shirley, thanks for joining us. We are going to play on ilovemahj, and as I already suggested, I think it's a great way for you to practice defensively is to go on there and learn the hands. So I give you a code CB so that you can go on and try for 21 days versus the normal 14-day trial. And it is for free, so give it a try and practice for a little bit. I use it all the time myself. So grab your membership, go on and practice, and even play with the bots, and then ask a friend or 2 to join you and play games on, especially with the cold weather. I'm in New Jersey. If you don't get out, if it starts to snow, I'm still waiting for our first snowfall, and you can play on ilovemahj, and you can play for 21 days for free with my code CB. I thank you for those who are supporting me and being on here with me this evening. I would love to have you chat with me when I'm playing, so that helps me get through the game and enjoy it as much as you can. And again, thank you for your support and taking some time this evening to be with me. Thank you to my super supporters, and that's one, my friend Shirley. She's a great super supporter. Thank you, Shirley. And if you haven't already, you can support me for free by hitting the subscribe button, giving me a thumbs up if you're enjoying my clinics. Share with a friend that you think might be interested in Mah Jongg class or the clinic. And as always, put comments below and share with me what your thoughts are on the topic. If you want something to add, your great defensive move that you like, or you saw somebody have a great defensive move, I would love to share it with everyone, so put it in the comments. I'm pretty good about chatting and replying to them. Next week, we're going to do part 2 of this defensive strategy. We just discussed 12 ways to play defense against your opponent, and next week we're going to talk about become a threat to your opponent by protecting your hand. So we'll give you some tips on how to protect your hand during the game of Mahjong. So let's get on to I Love Mahj and enjoy playing some games tonight and see how good we are defensive. So we got to make sure we pay attention to those robots. We're going to play Game Lunch, Play with Bots, Official Game, and Advanced. Hi Mona, thanks for joining us.
First Charleston.
As always, we're going to sort by suit. And we're going to look for our pairs. So here's a nothing hand, which if you want, you can go back and look at my nothing hand suggestion. Now, also reading the article in I Love Mahj about the first 6 months of stats, the numbers 1 and 9 are the most winning hands. So we do have some 1s and 9s, so let's keep that. And let's focus on if we're going to play with the 1s or should we play with the 9s. So we can sort by rank, and of course we can play for 1s and 9s in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, but we don't have enough odds. So let's pick a consecutive run. So we have 1, 2, we're missing 3, 4, so there's a gap, but we do have 7, 8, 9. Let's play with the upper numbers and get rid of the low numbers. I'm going to give a 1, a 2, and a 4, and all mixed suits. Yes, 1 and 4 are in the same suit. We could take it back. We could actually take these 2 back and do 2 and 4 just to change it up. All 3 suits. I'm keeping the north and the south on the slim chance that I can play line number 2 in Winds and Dragons with north and south with a run. Let's get rid of the 3. Oh, we got a new pair. I shouldn't say a new pair. We got our first pair, which is 2, which isn't working with what we were going to say. I don't think I'm going to keep the pair. I think I'm going to focus on 7, 8, 9. We got an 8. And we can straighten this out. Let's sort by suit. And let's get rid of the 5, the 2, and we got 2 east. Let's get rid of south. Maybe we can get east and west. We're going to continue.
Second Charleston.
We have a 2, a 3. We're going to keep the 8, and let's get rid of north. We have a 3 we can get rid of. I'm going to keep the 9. Maybe we can play 8, 9, 8, 9, or 7, 8, 9. Let's get rid of 1 east. And I said 7, 8, 9, so we can get rid of this 8. We had a 5, a 2, and now I'm going to get rid of this other east.
Courtesy pass.
We have 6s we're not playing with, but now we have a red dragon. So in consecutive run, which is where I think we're going to play, we would play 8, 9 with red dragons. That's the only hand that uses dragons except for the closed hand, which we're not playing. I think we could split up these red dragons. I don't think we'll use them. So let's do 3 tiles. We'll do the last 3. We got a west, a 3, and a green. Now I'm thinking about keeping these dragons in the likelihood that I'll switch over to any like numbers, and I would do any like numbers with 8s or 9s, probably 9s, so we have more of them. So we could start off with getting rid of our
West. 7 dot.
Sorry, I was looking at the
6
dragon.
bam. 6 crack.
I didn't pick a hand
5
yet,
bam.
but I'm thinking either
8
7,
bam.
8, 9 or 8, 9, 8, 9.
6 dot. 7 bam.
Or 7, 8, 9, 9. We have to just let the hand
2
develop
dot.
a little bit.
3 dot. 6 dot. 7 bam.
We'll do
6
our next
crack.
game, which I
2
did not
dot.
do. We'll keep track
South.
of what the person on my right passes me, the 2
9
passes,
dot.
and let's see if we can figure out their hand. I don't know what hand I'm playing yet, so I'm not going to call this 9.
North. 7 crack. 8 bam. East.
Oh boy, some of my upper numbers are going out.
3 bam. West. 1 dot. South.
I'm waiting for another pair so I can make my hand develop a little
5
more.
crack. 8 crack. 8 bam. 1 bam.
Okay, another 9 bam. We could play 7, 8, 9, 9 with flowers. We can play 7, 8, 9 with flowers. We don't have flowers though. Or we could just play 9s and give up on the 8s. Let's get rid of the 7 dot because I think we're going to either play 8, 9, 8, 9 or 7. We don't have any 7s, but 7, 8, 9, 9. So let's get rid of the 7 dot.
7 dot. Soap. 2 bam. 6 bam.
Oh, we got the 7 crack. Perfect. So we want to try 7, 8, 9, 9, which is line number 7. And let's get rid of one of the dragons.
Green. Soap. 1 bam.
1, 7 is out. We have a chance to get the other 2.
9 crack. 3 bam.
Keeping
9
all my
dot.
options open in case, let's see, that's the third 9. I'm going to call this. I'm going to commit because there's already 1 out. And I want to be able to use my jokers for my flowers. Let's call. And we're going to do a pung. So we're committing to line
Call.
number 7.
Red. North. Green. 1 crack. Call. 8 bam.
Oh, look at they're playing
8
ones.
dot. 8 dot.
Oh, we got another 9
East.
now. We could have played 9s.
Red. 3 bam. South. North.
I'm looking, I don't
So-
think a 9 bam went out.
4 crack. Call. 2 bam. 6 crack. 7 dot. 2 bam. 5 crack. 5 bam. 3 bam. West. North.
Maybe we'll get a 4 crack and we can do
Red.
a joker swap.
South.
Oh, we got a joker. That's nice.
9 crack. 5 bam. East. 2 dot. Green. Joker swap. 3
Oh, somebody
crack.
else got it.
Call. 5 bam. Joker swap. 1 bam. 9 crack. 6 bam.
I'm wondering what Amset's playing over here if he needs my 4.
6 dot. 2 dot. 4 bam. 3
Oh,
dot.
He didn't need it. Good.
8 dot. 1 bam. red,
Somebody else is playing
9 crack,
flowers. Nobody threw out any flowers
7
yet.
dot,
Usually they throw them out very
joker
early.
swap, 3 dot,
7 bam.
7 bam, 5 dot, call, 4 dot, call, 7 crack,
Oh boy, there's a 7 crack. Oh, I hope the other one doesn't go out.
soap, green, 6 bam, joker swap, Mahjong,
Oh, bummer. Bummer, bummer. It was a good hand, though. He was playing fours. Huh. Good for him. I thought he might be playing fours, but he never called my 4 when I discarded it. I think it was a 4 bam, so I guess he was using it as pairs. We all were collecting flowers. Annie had flowers, Amstead, myself, and Kurt. So that was interesting. Everybody was playing flowers. So Amstead won with any like numbers, all in 4s. Congratulations to him. Annie was playing consecutive run line number 5, which is 2 flowers and 1, 2, 3. So using the number 1. Kurt was playing any like numbers with the number 5. And we were playing line number 7, 4 flowers, 7, 8, 9, 9. He had my 9 and Annie had my 7. So bummer, but we were getting close just like everybody else, but Amstead won it. So let's start our next game.
first Charleston,
Sort by suit. Now let's keep track what Amstead passes us and see what happens. We have 2 6s, so let's play with the 6. And maybe 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. We don't have anything. We don't have a 4 either. Let's get rid of a west, a 1, and I guess a 2. We picked a 7, so we could play 4, 5, 6. We could do that. So 1. So here's 4, or 4, 5, 6, 7. Or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll keep this 8, 9, and maybe get rid of this 9. Oh, now we have to come up with one more. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I hate to do this. Let's give up this 8. We'll keep 4, 5, I guess. 6, 7, 6, 7. Maybe the 9. And we have to come up with 2 more. So I'll get rid of this 4 and 5, which is not great, but I'll do it. Oh, I was supposed to, that was the first left. So he gave us 4 and 8. So he's not playing 2, 4, 6, 8. And maybe not bam. So let's continue.
second Charleston,
Now I just gave away a 4 and he gave me a 4. So it's likely that that might come back. Gonna get rid of the 7. A 4, a 3, and an 8. I don't want any of these. Another 4 and 9s. Ugh. So I keep this 9 and get rid of this 6.
courtesy pass,
An 8, a 1, and an east.
five bam,
Well, that wasn't such a great thing. We have 6, 7. That's all we got. 6, 7.
soap,
Maybe we play. I was just gonna say 6, 7 with the dragon, but there goes the first dragon. But maybe we'll get some. Of course, 2 dragons in a row.
8 crack, 4 dot, soap,
If you think I should do something
Flower.
else, please put it in the chat.
Call.
What you
8
would
bam.
think. Oh, I might have to exchange for that joker. We need some jokers. We don't even have a
3
good
dot.
hand here.
9 bam,
I'm gonna exchange.
joker swap,
And I could keep this 7. I'm not sure for what. I'll get rid of this 4.
4 bam. 4 bam. 5 dot. 7 crack. 3 bam. 9 crack.
So I'm
3
keeping the
dot.
numbers like 4, 5, 6, 7.
2 dot.
Trying to make some sort of run going on.
7 bam. 3 bam.
I don't think we're going to use this flower.
9 bam. 8 crack.
Oh, we got another 6, although we need only 3 if you do 4, 5, 6, 7.
1 dot. 1 bam. 9 crack. 4 dot. 1 dot. 5 dot.
We need 8 dots.
8 crack. 5 bam. 3 bam. 9 crack. 1 crack. 1 crack.
7 we already got
7
rid of.
bam. 8 bam. Flower. West.
Wow, the 3 bams.
3
I think we got a
bam.
bunch of them.
6 crack. Flower. Flower.
Ah, another 7 bam.
7 bam.
We got 3
1
bams
bam.
and 7 bams.
North. North. 2 bam. Green. Call. South. 2 bam. 9 bam.
Now, for defenses purposes, there's lots of hands with flowers. There's lots of hands with 4 green dragons. So we can't figure
9
out what they're
crack.
playing yet.
4 bam.
7 dots, a good one for us. 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we could get rid of these 9s, I think.
9 dot. 2 bam. 1 bam. 4 bam. South. 6 crack. 1 bam. 1 crack.
Ah, we got all the 9 dots, but
9
we never
dot.
got any 8 dots.
1 dot. 1 crack. 6 bam.
I am going to get rid of this flower because we're more than halfway through. I just don't want anybody to call for it.
Flower. 1 dot. 8 bam. West.
So I'm playing 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, of course, now we get
9
the
dot.
8.
2 crack. 8 bam. 7 crack. 8 dot. Call. 2 crack.
We're 1 away. We either need a 4 or a 5. Oh, look where all
6
the
crack.
8 dots are. So he's playing 4 flowers with 4 8s. So he could be playing, let's figure out his hand. He could be playing 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 1. He could be playing any like numbers. Nothing in the consecutive run. No, he can't be playing anything in consecutive run or 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So he's either playing 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 1, or line number 1 in any like numbers.
South.
And we have, oh no, we don't have Mahjong. We have to get rid of a 6, which could help him over here.
6 dot. 8 crack.
Well, we're lucky.
9 dot. 6 bam. 5 bam. 7 bam. 3 dot. 5 dot.
Come on, 4
West.
crack, 5 crack.
Call. 4 crack.
There it is, Mahjong. Yay for
Mahjong.
us. And it is that pong 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 hand with the numbers 4, 5, 6, 7, line number 2. So we had assumed that Kurt was not playing 2, 4, 6, 8. He was playing, it looks like 2023. Oh, no, 4 dragons. So, 2 and 8 in 2 different suits. Problem was Amstead had his 8s. And we were looking for 8s. We were all looking for 8 dots, but we gave up on that part of it. So Amstead was playing 2468, line number 1, which I had suggested, or line number 1 in any like numbers. Annie was playing Winds and Dragons with a run, 3-4. She needed a Kong of 5s. So very nice. Thanks, Shirley. And so we're 1-1. Thanks, Mona.
First Charleston.
Let's sort by suit. So that was the easy hand. As we mentioned, statistically, that's the hand most people win on. However, the numbers are usually 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, the upper number of 9 and the lower number of 1. But we did not win it that way. We went to the number, we played 4, 5, 6, 7. So I am keeping in mind that article about the stats that ilovemahj put out, but I also want to stay true to myself and how I play the game. We'll see if I win more, if I kind of push towards their theory of playing the upper numbers and lower numbers. So once again, we have nothing. We can sort by suit and see if we have any sort of low grouping. So we have 4, 5, 6. We can sort by rank. We tend to have lower numbers. So we can get rid of the higher numbers, and let's get rid of these 3. Oh, and by the way, I originally had thought Kurt was, when he passed me my 2 lefts, I thought he wasn't playing 2, 4, 6, 8, but he was playing line number 5 and 2, 4, 6, 8. So that was interesting. Oh, Deb wants me to try a quint because of all the jokers. All right, Deb, let's see how this plays out. We can do all one suit. Let's sort by suit. We can do 4, 5. We can't use the 6. We don't want to use the 7. And we could keep East and play with 5s. There's no, we're going to push for a quint because Deb's asking. Let's get rid of the dragon because in quints there's no dragon. We have a pair of 4s. So if this is what we're going to play, we're looking at the bottom hand in quints. So let's push for that. Oh no, we have 3s. What are we going to do? We could do 3, 4, 5. Oh, now we have 3, 4, 5. We're going to continue anyway.
Second
We don't have a
Charleston.
full hand yet. Let's get rid of these. A 9, a 7, and a 7. A 6, a 1, and a 9.
Courtesy pass.
We're playing with terrible numbers. 3, 4, 5 is right in the middle. Let's get rid of 3 tiles. A 1, a red, and a 7.
7 crack.
Oh, look at, we got 1s and 7s back. So technically, you could probably play all the 1s because nobody was playing them.
So 8 bam. 8 bam.
So you saw I just got rid of a fresh tile,
dot.
not one that was given to me.
Flower.
I'm saving those
Call.
for later.
7 bam.
Oh boy, we're in some competition now. We need 4 flowers.
Soap. East. Flower.
Uh-oh.
North. 6 crack. North. 6 bam. Green. 6 dot. Red. 9 dot. Red. 2 bam.
Oh,
7
look at the
dot.
jokers.
9 crack. 7 dot. 9 bam. 1 crack. 2 dot. 6 dot. 8 crack. West.
We could
8
always
dot.
switch to the second hand, 2, 3, 4, 5, but
5 crack.
we have a long way to go.
4 dot. 1 dot. 9 crack. 8 bam. East.
Oh, we got our
So,
flower. Yay.
West. 4 bam.
So Sherry says to switch to line number 1. We could, but now we have a flower, Sherry, so I'm going to stay with 4-5. So I'm not going to take this 4.
Red. 3 bam. Red. 9 bam. 1 dot.
1 bam.
1 bam. 1 dot. 7 crack. North. South. Green. 2 dot. North. 8 dot. Green. 3 bam.
I'm tempted to switch. Are there all the 2s out? Only 1 2 is out. I was thinking 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a long way to go though.
South. 1 bam. 9 crack. 7 bam. South. 6 bam. Mah Jongg.
Oh boy, didn't see that one. Whoopsie. So Annie was playing 4 flowers, pair 4-5 with like numbers of 6, so consecutive run, line number 7, which was the hand we tried playing earlier. So that's a nice hand. This is crazy that we did not even come close to a hand with all these jokers. I wasn't ready to call for anything. I was still trying to get it to develop. That was terrible. But it was a good way to test your skills of a quint. Thanks, Deb, though. I did it for you. It's okay. It was fun to try to get it. I was thinking I was going to also switch to probably line number 5 in consecutive run, 3 different suits, 3, 4, 5, but didn't work out. Let's see. So we had the winner. We already went over Annie. Amstead played 1, 2, 3, 4. He was playing Pung Kong, Pung Kong. Line number 2, I guess, yeah, he was playing 1, 2, 3, 4, or he's playing 4, 5. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. Yeah. Line number 2. And Kurt was playing 2, 3, 4, 5 in Walden 1 suit, line number 2. Let's try it again. Maybe we could have better luck. I feel terrible that we could not put the jokers to good use. That's a bummer. Anyway, let's start again.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. Oh, we got a bunch of 1s. We are playing those 1s. So let's get rid of a 6, a west, and I guess one of these 7s. A 6, a 5, and an 8. We're going to start whittling down. A 9. There is that one hand, 1 and 9, which is line number 7, with 5, 7 in the middle. That's a stretch. And it has to be, let's get rid of the 9. I don't think it's going to happen. Let's continue.
Second Charleston.
Ooh, we got another 1. We're getting the dragons to match, so maybe we're playing like numbers with 1s. Oh, we got another 1. This is working out lovely. So 1s is in our favor. We don't need that other red dragon. We only need 1 of them.
Courtesy pass.
And then we got another green dragon. So let's do 3 tiles.
West.
So I'm looking at line number 2, but if I should pull more flowers, I'll move to line number 1.
West. North. Soap. 7 crack.
Oh, that's the first soap to go out.
5 bam. South. 7 dot. 4 bam. 7 bam, flower. 2 dot.
I
7
tend to
crack.
like getting rid of flowers at the very beginning.
3 crack.
Another
5
one.
crack.
Perfect.
9 dot. Green. 7 dot.
There
Red.
is the 1 2 1 2 hand. I can keep that
8
in
dot.
singles and pairs.
East. East. 8 crack. Green. 8 crack. 4 crack. 3 crack. 3 dot. Green. 9 bam. 9 crack.
Yeah, we're all our ones.
5 bam. South. 4 bam. 8 crack.
See, I find when you play something like this, and I guess this just happens every
dot.
once in a while, it's a little boring
1
to
bam.
me that you're just waiting for something. Now, I can't call it for the concealed hand. I could call it if I want to change hands, and we could do 1 + 1 is 2, but we need flowers also. I'm not going to call it because I don't know what hand I'm playing.
Red. 1 bam.
There's the other 1 bam. I'm going to let it go. I don't have my pair of
6 bam.
flowers.
Call. 6 crack. South. 9 bam. 4 dot. East. 2 dot. Soap. 9 bam. 7 dot.
2 dots are already out, so I don't think we're going to play that 1 2 1 2. But we
9
could
crack.
play 1 + 1 is 2. But we need a different
Red.
2. 2 whites are out.
8 bam. 6 crack. 7 dot. West. South. 4 crack. 2 crack. Soap.
Oh, there's the third soap.
West.
If one more
Flower.
soap goes out, this hand is bust.
5 crack.
We'll
North.
have to move to any like numbers above it.
2 dot.
I think we're moving.
9 crack.
Well, no, we still are good, I guess, with this. We just need the white and a
7
flower.
bam.
We need 2 pairs.
2
That's
crack.
a single and a pair.
2 crack. 9 crack. 5 crack. 8 crack.
We have all
4
our
bam.
ones.
3 crack. 3 crack. 5 crack. 3 dot. Call. 8 dot. 8 bam. 6 crack. 4 bam. 7 crack.
Oh, we got the white. Perfect.
7 crack.
Now we just
9
need the
dot.
flower. So the theory of possibly winning on ones is fantastic.
North.
Come on, flower.
9 dot.
I feel like somebody else is playing with flowers. They're not out there.
9 dot. 8 bam. 8 bam. North. 7 bam. 9 bam. 2 dot.
Might be a wall game.
Joker.
Yeah, it's going to end up being a wall game.
2 crack. 6 crack. East.
Unless I pull the final
4
flower.
crack. 8 dot. Joker. 7 bam. 4 crack.
Nope, we didn't pull it. Now this is the final tile. I'm not going to throw the 5 dot. I'm not going to win. So I'm just going to give up on my joker. But we almost had it. We were 1 away.
Joker. Wall game.
So we got a wall game, so that's a win for me. Now if I threw this 5 dot, it would have come over here to Amstead. He needed it. He's playing 5 6 5 6, so that was a good call not to throw it. That wouldn't have given him Mahjong, but it would still help him. Over here, Annie needed it also. She was playing 2 3 4 5. She could have called it, but you know, she could have moved it, but she still wouldn't have won. Everybody was not in a good position. And then Kurt was playing consecutive run, line number 5, flower, 2, 3. Line number 5, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it didn't work for him. Okay, so we're on to our next game. That wasn't too bad though. Ones almost came in for me. I don't know that I would have done anything different because I remember I didn't want to call for this because we were playing the closed hand, so I couldn't have done anything different.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. We have 8s, 7, 8. Oh, and 3s. Now 3 and 8 are too far apart in 2 different suits. That's not going to work. So we have to give up on something. We can play 1, 3. We haven't played odds tonight. Shall we try playing odds? Let's maybe try playing odds. Or we can play 3 plus 3 is 6. We haven't even played addition hand. So let's play odds. Let's break up these 8s. I'm going to play low odds, although I have more high numbers. Let's sort by rank. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we have 6, 7, 8 in one suit. Maybe I should keep that 6, 7, 8 in one suit and get rid of the low numbers. Guess we're doing it. I don't want to pass 2 3s either. Let's get rid of 1 3, a 1, and a 4. Ah, look what we got. Low numbers again. Should we go back to low odds? Deb says 7, 8, 7, 8. Yeah, Deb, I was thinking of keeping all these and making something of it. But now we just got low odds back. We passed low odds and we got low odds. All right, I'll give it one more time. Let's sort by suit so we can see what we got here. No new pairs. So let's get rid of the 1, a 2, and a 3. We got more 1s. Should I play with those 1s? All right, let's get rid of... I'm going to go to the low. You know what's going to happen now that I'm switching. Let's switch to low. See if all the lows come back.
Second Charleston.
Let me get rid of this 8. And this 6. And I need something else. An east. A 9. A 7. And an 8. So let's sort again real quick to see. Oh, we got a pair of 1s. Let's see if you have the low number. No, see, the low numbers didn't come back.
Courtesy pass.
We're going to do 3. I don't know. That was a terrible thing. Oh, we got some low numbers. So we got 3s or 3s back, and we got 1s. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2. I don't know what we're going to play. Let's get rid of this 8.
8 bam.
Let's
Flower.
see what happens.
Soap.
I got that article in my head. It's messing with me. Let's get rid of the 5. Or do we play 1, 3, 3, 5? Nah, let's get rid of the 5.
5 crack. 1 bam. 1 crack. 9 crack.
And they're throwing all out the low numbers. 1, 2, 1, 2. Or 2023. It's in there a little bit.
Red. Flower. 6 dot. 6 crack.
2 bam. So we have 2023 here. Do we try for a 2023 hand?
One crack. 7 crack. Red. 9 bam, 6 bam, 8 bam, 3 bam, 8 crack, 8 crack, west, south, 2 crack, 6 crack, 3 crack,
We could play 1 plus 1 is 2.
2 dot, 4 crack,
We could play 1 plus 1 is 2. We could try that. Or 2 plus 2. We can't do that. Alrighty. 1 plus 1 is 2. What does everybody think? Start getting rid of these 3s.
3 crack, 3 bam,
I'm
2 bam,
stuck with, oh, we don't have
East.
a joker. With this
5 crack,
white dragon.
7 crack,
I'm afraid to get rid of
8
it.
dot, call,
I do like
south,
that 2023, although I just gave up on my 3s.
6 crack, 3 dot, 5 crack, north, 8 dot, 2 dot, 2 crack, red,
Mona says evens line number 2. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8 with 2s. Oh, I just got rid of it. Sorry. A 4. We could play 2 plus 2 is 4, but we have more 1s. I'm gonna get rid of the 4.
4 crack, 7
I
bam,
think we're gonna try the addition hand. 1 plus
Call,
1 is 2.
east,
Just a matter
8
of what
bam,
1s and what 2s. Yeah, we got the flower.
3 bam, 5 dot, 3 dot, 5 dot,
I think we should play 1 plus 1 is 2.
3 crack,
Or
green,
all 1s too, we could play.
1 dot, north, west, west,
Oh, Shirley, yes, singles and pairs, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good job, Shirley. Mona says I meant the year hand line number 2. Yeah, I got rid of the 3s though.
1 dot, green,
Oh, Shirley, it might
So,
work. We need 1
1
crack.
bam,
Are the 1 cracks out? There's 1 here, 1, 2. There's 1 more, and because the other 2 are out, maybe they'll throw it.
7 crack, joker swap, flower,
That came out of nowhere.
7 crack, 3 bam,
Come on, 1 crack.
green, 1 crack,
Yay, Shirley! Whoop whoop! And that's a way to end the
Mahjong.
night, right? Good for us! I do believe, even though the singles and pairs was a low percentage of win, they did say by playing 1, 2, 1, 2. I feel like that was one of the better hands to play in that category that won the most. I shouldn't say better to play. They're just speaking of how people play and what hands they won. Consecutive run line number 2. Amsa was playing 4, 5, 6, 7 in 2 different suits. He was 1 away. And Annie was playing 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 away. And Kurt was playing 6, 7, 8, 9, all in 1 suit, 1 away. They were all playing the same hand in the upper numbers. That's crazy. That's crazy that we won. So we won 2 tonight. I think we played 5, so we're 2 for 5. I appreciate everybody coming on tonight and taking some time out of their busy day or evening. It's a great way actually to end the day. It's quite relaxing. I'm sure though tonight I'll be thinking about, should I have done this or should I have done that? But I'm glad you came out and joined me. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed tonight's presentation. If you hadn't seen it, you came on late, go back and look at the beginning of the video. And And next week, we are going to talk about how to protect your hand. Tonight was all about defense against your opponent. And next week, we're defending our hand. So I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Everybody have a great week. It's been wonderful. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks everybody for joining. Thanks Shirley again for the suggestion. We were one away when you said that, so I'm so excited. Yep, good job. Thanks Yolanda. Bye everyone. Have a good night.